Thank you so much for coming, for joining our session. It is about online persuasion. Check if this works. Yay. Let's start with a short introduction who we are. My name is Diederik Kemmerling. Many people call me D. That's a bit more easier than Diederik. Many people have some difficulties with pronouncing my name. I started 4 years ago an online marketing agency which is called The Lab. I came alone to Aruba, and from the first day we grew quite fast. Today we're with a team of 6 people in total, and we're working for companies here in Aruba, in Curacao, in Bonaire, and we have some customers in Medellin, in Colombia. Before I started The Lab, I worked for a big brand in Holland, which is called Douwe Egberts. They have really the best coffee. There I was responsible for e-commerce and online marketing, and really long time ago, back in the days, we started their social media page.
My turn. Well, my name is Elaine Voorderhaak. I've been living on Aruba for about 3 years now. I'm originally from Haarlem, which is in the Netherlands. I've been working at the lab for about 2 years. In these 2 years, I developed a lot of knowledge within the digital marketing area, but I'm more specialized in the tourism industry, hospitality management, and hotel management, which is also going to be a small part of this presentation today, or this workshop.
For the lab, we're working for several customers. It's quite diverse. So, for instance, from a Digiso, where I go 2 times per week, and within their marketing team, I'm doing the online marketing part. We're handling the Facebook page of an Aruba Tourism Authority project. At the moment, we're working on Botica di Servicio, which is a really awesome pharmacy. And they gave us 2 objectives: to get more patients and to increase the profit. So it's quite diverse. But our core business is, of course, digital marketing. Before we start, we would like to know the knowledge of online in this room. So especially for that, we are going to start with a couple of questions for you guys.
So the first question to you is, what is actually a conversion, an online conversion? Who thinks A? It means getting your visitors to what you want them to do. Please raise your hand if you think it's A. Only 1, 2 persons, 3, okay. Some of you think it's A. And who thinks it's B? It's a freemium web analytics service offered by Google that tracks and reports website traffic. Who thinks it's B? Nobody? Sure? I didn't see all the hands at A, so I think some of you think it's B.
You're having your doubts here? FF. Okay.
Well, it's A, so everybody who had A, well done. So a website conversion. Everybody that has a website gets visitors to the website, and they go through a certain process, and eventually either book what you have to offer, buy what you have to offer, or inquire. But how many of the actual visitors to your website make an online conversion? Is that A, 3.4%? Who thinks it's A, 3.4%? 1, 2, 3. Some of you. B, 11.2%. Some doubts. And C, 23.3%. Nobody? Nobody thinks it's C?
I think, but it depends what kind of conversion is. The conversion is making a purchase or going to a specific part of the website. It depends on the conversion pattern.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But in this case, we really would like to know the overall conversion, and then from all kind of sectors. So an overall average.
Yes. Well, the correct answer is A. Only 3.4% of all your website visitors make the actual online conversion. Then the next question, what is the average store conversion? So how many people that go into your store, in your actual store, and buy or purchase something? Is that A, only 10%? Who thinks it's A? Nobody? B, 30%? Okay. And C, 40%? Well, it's actually C. 40% of the people who go into the store actually buy the product that they came for. So that's a pretty high percentage compared to the online conversions. And then the final question. I think everybody have seen online reviews. You can see them on online travel agencies such as Booking.com. You see the reviews of people that stayed in a hotel before. But you also see them on Amazon. You see people that bought the product before you. They're getting more and more. You see them more on different websites. But how many people actually read or some of the reviews before they're making the purchase online? Is that A, 14% who reads the online reviews first? B, 25%? Who thinks it's 25%? Nobody? One person? And C, 61%? Well, great job.
Yeah.
61% indeed reads the online reviews first before buying the product or booking or making a reservation. So online reviews are not to be missed anymore. They're really important these days.
Okay, well done guys. You all want a trip to Miami. Okay, although I'm born in Germany, I grew up in Holland. And in Holland we have a kingdom. And a kingdom means that we have a king. And his name is called Willem-Alexander. And we have his wife, Queen Maxima, a beautiful wife. And before I'm going to start talking about these two people, I'm just going to show you a short video about a speech he did during Christmas. And it was a quite interesting video.
In de gejaagdheid van het dagelijks leven, vaak gericht op het hier en nu, is Kerstmis een rustpunt. Een moment voor bezinning op ons bestaan.
This guy is really boring, or not? Huh? Maybe you guys are going to throw me out now, but this guy is really slow, really a little boring to me, and he thinks really rational. He always thinks according rules and regulations, and he always thinks very logical. And one of the things I like most from Willem-Alexander is that he has a relation with Maxima. Because Maxima, on the other hand,
Maxima?
Maxima, yeah.
That's what you think?
Yeah. Because Maxima is really cool. She's really fast. She is emotional. She's multitasking. Whenever like Armin van Buren has a big party in Holland, Maxima is there, yay, swinging around, and Willem-Alexander is really like bored. And these two characters. Sorry?
He loves carnival music.
He loves carnival music, that's right. And having these two people in mind, which is quite interesting, and their characters, and looking at our own brain system, we see actually the same, because our brain is based on two systems. We have one system who is fast, it's always on, it's always very emotional, it's subconscious, it's in, like that word, I never can pronounce it. It has a large capacity, and the other system, that's our slow system, that thinks very logic and rational, and it's conscious. And to see how these two systems work, I'm going to show you a short video, and then you will directly understand what I mean.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make?
Looking at it, guys. Look at it.
The answer is 13. But Did you see the moonwalking bear?
Who saw the moonwalking bear? Those were the people who have seen the video already. Cheating. Let's see if you guys saw this one.
Clearly, somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
I was polishing the brass in the master bedroom.
I was buttering his lordship's scones below stairs, sir.
I was planting my petunias in the potting shed. Constable, arrest Lady Smythe. How did you know? Madam, as any horticulturist will tell you, one does not plant petunias until May is out. Take her away. It's just a matter of observation. The real question is, how observant were you?
21 changes.
Clearly, somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
I was polishing the brass in the master bedroom.
I was buttering his lordship's scones below stairs, sir.
I was planting my petunias in the potting shed. Constable, arrest Lady Smythe.
Almost everything changed in here. Even the guy who got killed. Did you see this?
No.
So in this case, you were looking with one system to the video, and you were so much focused on one thing that you just missed all the other things. And that's the subconscious system. Meet Henry Markram. He's a guy who got like $9 million to do research and see how these systems, System 1 and System 2, how it works. And let's see one more short video to see what he has to say.
So, when you walk up to a door and you open it, what you compulsively have to do to perceive is to make decisions. Thousands of decisions about the size of the room, the walls, the height, the objects in this room. 99% of what you see is not what comes in through the eyes. It is what you infer about that room.
So that's really cool. So it means that even online as well, whenever someone is going to a website, 90%, 99% is unconscious. And this is like the reason why persuasion techniques work very well. And when I was working for Douwe Egberts in Holland, I was responsible for the online shop. And in 1 year we had around 3 million of visitors. And Douwe Egberts gave me an objective, and it was like, okay, D, you need to increase the profit of the online shop of 20%. And in this case, of course, I could do more marketing, more Google ads, more Facebook ads, trying to increase it. But what I did actually, I did both. So I did the marketing part, but I was looking more critical to the website, because we had 3 million of visitors. So how can I turn 3 paying customers into 4 with like a minor change? And I did it, for example, with this. At Douwe Egberts, all the brand was red, and all the communication we did was red. And we had red buttons with add to your cart, like buy now. All those buttons were red. And I changed the buttons. So what I did is I did an A/B test, which is called. So 50% from the visitors, I put them in A, and the other 50% I put them in B. And then I was comparing how many people converted more with number B. And then we saw that a green button gave us 25% more conversion. So by only changing the button color from red to green, we had 25% extra in sales. And it was, for me, this opened my eyes, because this was just a test and I wanted to do it and see if it was working, and such a minor detail. Let's go over a couple of examples and tips how you can increase your conversion, and then more the visual aspect. Imagine that the internet is a highway. People are on the internet, they really go fast. Like whenever an average website, a website, and people are going to that website, and average is the people not staying longer than 3 minutes. So within those 3 minutes, you guys need to grab their attention and try to convert them. Because what happens a lot is that they're comparing a lot of different websites with each other. So they're staying an average of 3 minutes on the website. They don't do more than 9 clicks. And often we see like big websites with a lot of content and a lot of clicks. People don't read at all, you know? People just leave. And in this case, we have Willem, who's of course according to all the rules and regulations, and he's looking into a website, he wants to read all the details and the little letters. But Maxima, she doesn't have patience, she's fast. She just wants to read the headlines and wants to go very quick through a website. So comparing the left with the right, which website do you guys think will score best? This website, some text, that website, an overview and some text as well. What do you guys think? Right, yes. 52%. Yeah. Very nice overview, some read more buttons where people can drop down and can read the rest of the content. In this case, I spoke about that people are staying not longer than 3 minutes as an average on the website. And in this case, it's a Dutch website. They're telling already in the website, within 3 steps, you made your quote. So by telling them already, hey, it's not going to take a while, because within 3 steps you're done, people know that they can do it quite quickly. Often we see pages with very long content forms, and those kind of things are all like obstacles for people to not fit it in. It takes too much time. An example of ours, we're doing the marketing for Gold Coast, and they gave us an objective, and it was, we want to sell more villas. So we looked at their current website, and we saw a big website with a lot of tabs, a lot of information, some videos, a lot of content. So we were like, okay, this is not going to work. So what we did is we created a landing page. And the landing page is just one single page. This is the landing page, where Maxima can read very quickly the unique selling points, and she has a short form there, where she just can fill in the information and she's done. And especially for Willem Alexander, we created the read more button, because he always wants to read more information. So whenever we are building a site, we're not developers, we're marketeers, but often we are advising the developers. We advise them to build it for 2 profiles. One profile, Maxima, fast, give her unique selling points, and Willem, he wants the small letters, he wants the little thin details. Another thing which is very important whenever you build a website, and that's what we often see that a lot of websites, they don't have it, a very clear call to action. And in this case, Firefox, you can't miss it. They want you to download. So use a call to action. Download, reserve now, book now. We are doing some work for Aruba Wine Club here in Aruba, and they started with 2 packages. of wines, and they had like a cheap and an expensive package. What do you guys think most of the people chose? The cheap one or the expensive one? What do you think?
I think the expensive one, actually.
Wow, that was the cheap one. Yeah, maybe a lot of Dutch people were on there. But they chose the cheaper one, yeah. So whenever you give someone packages and they have to choose between cheap and expensive, often they choose for the cheaper one. So whenever you give packages, give them 3 options, because they don't want to be cheap, they don't want to be expensive, so they take the middle way. I spoke about Maxima, and Maxima wants to read, of course, the unique selling points, and in this case, I went to this website and directly, bam, all those 3 unique selling points on a row. I know directly, okay, this is what I can do here, a clear call to action. So providing them directly with the information they need is key. And often we see websites with a lot of information, but it's not described what you can do there. What is the company about? When I'm going too fast, let me know. And when you guys have questions, just point out your finger, then I will reply. Often as well, we see that visitors are a little bit hesitating about buying certain things. And imagine someone is coming to Aruba and they are in Boston and they're looking for a hotel, and they're looking for a hotel in Aruba, and they're coming to a specific website, and that website they get an impression of the hotel, and it's 7 nights, $400 per night, so it's a big amount. But yeah, can they trust this certain website? So whenever you do something like this, try to make it official. Put in your logos there. So whenever you have a connection with Booking.com, or you have a connection with Aruba, with the ATA, try to put your logos in there. Because, like in this case, because that creates trust, and that, of course, will increase as well the conversion rate. Very often, and we're going to show you an example later, I'm looking at like local websites and I'm looking for the phone number. And it's really incredible how many websites don't have that like directly on the homepage, or often we see that it's at an about us or at about a company info. So whenever you have a website and you want them, or it's allowed for them to call you, put your phone number there, like in this example, directly right in the corner, call us. This is an interesting test. This was a landing page, and in this landing page we had a girl who was looking directly to you as a visitor, and we had a girl who was looking to the side. Which landing page do you guys think converted best? Was that left or right?
Right. Left one.
Yeah. Left, right, left, right, right.
Yeah.
Some people losing their trip to Miami. Okay, yeah, it was the right one. And I will explain you why. This visual will show you where people look at. And red means that a lot of people were looking directly into her eyes. So whenever you show something, a model, and that model is looking to the visitor, you directly look at her instead of at the call to action, which is reserve. So in this case, it's of course much better to make the girl looking at the reserve. Like this example. What would you like people to do? Fill in their information. So she's looking to that side. Another example. What do you guys think works best? A picture of the product, so you can have a really good view of the product, or do you think a model wearing a jacket? What do you guys think, left or right?
Model.
Yeah, correct, the model, of course. What do you guys think sells best in a woman's store? Which dress will sell best? The dress the lady wears in the store is selling best, of course. So in this case, the model. 47% extra sales compared to this one. So can you imagine what kind of mistake you make when you decide to do it without the model? 47% less in sales. Go really fast.
Go ahead. It's good pace.
Okay. What do you guys think about this one? A hard call to action or a soft call to action? Call to action, I mean this. Book or check availability.
Check availability.
Right.
Check availability, yeah.
Wow.
Some people are winning back their trip to Miami. Check availability is working 40% more. Yeah. And you can't imagine how many hotels we see in Aruba with a book button. So all these companies, 40% less. So it would be wise to change your call to
That
action.
sounds desperate. Check availability sounds like, oh, I'm not sure you're going to even have this. So
Yeah. It sounds a little soft.
Well,
I feel
there's like 4 or 5 on which I want to contest, but I don't agree. People come to your site for information, so I understand you.
Yeah.
But they're looking to buy, to shop. So if I get a screen like this,
Yeah.
I kind of get lost and don't read the extra text. The call to action with one word, I get my reaction, but that's me.
Yeah. Imagine that from the 100% visitors, 3% conversion you have. So those are the people who are like you, they want to book. But the other percentage are people who are like, yeah, I don't know, let me compare some other properties and see what they have and check the availability, and that's the percentage you would like to have.
So if you have a comparison of...
So when you have a soft call to action with check availability, this customer will contact you, and then you can, in some cases, for Gold Coast for instance, we even call them, because $400 per night, 7 days a week, it's worth a call. So we call them and ask them like, hey, it's really amazing you come to Aruba soon, do you have any questions? Because the reason why digital has less conversion than a store is that often people have questions. They miss the personal contact as in a store. So by doing this, check availability, you have a connection with someone and you are able to make it convert. So that's why 40% is working. Another example. Here we go again, Willem and Maxima. I'm sure Willem loves the right, because he wants to read everything. What do you guys think? Left? Right? I already said it. Left, 30%, yeah. And as well because of this. Because Maxima, she just wants to read the headlines, the unique selling points, and then she's already ready to convert. Willem, he wants to read the rest, and then he will convert. So this is a perfect example of how to create your website. Some other examples, like in this case, and it was about a donation. So what do you guys think? First, filling in your information and then a commitment of how much you're going to pay, or first your commitment and then the information? What do you guys think? Left or right? Right. Yeah, exactly. First commitment. 40%. Often we see contact forms like this at hotels, like flight information, flight name. Is that really that necessary to book a night at your hotel? Flight name really? Or airline name? I don't think so. Just keep it simple. Keep it short. So we spoke about visual techniques, and I hope I gave already a lot of examples of how to do it. On the other hand, we have as well persuasion techniques. Persuasion techniques, I'm going to explain 5, and I'm sure most of you guys know them, or it makes it familiar. Recently I went on holiday to Puerto Rico, and yeah, right before the day I had my flight, I always book late, So I was going to Booking.com. That's like my favorite website, Booking.com. You know why? Because I book a lot through Booking.com. I book always my hotels there. And yeah, after using Booking.com for a while, they gave me a genius status. So now I'm a Booking.com genius, and yeah, of course that makes me book always through Booking.com. So I went to Booking.com, I went over the list, and in this case, using a sense of urgency works always very best to make people convert. And in this case, I saw already 35% converted. And 35% is not that much, but I was thinking like, oh fuck, I need to book. Because otherwise I'm late, and then yeah, then I don't have any room anymore. Another technique which is working very well, and all you guys all know this, is social proof. So I was going over all this list of hotels, and then I found this hotel which had a 9.1 over 382 reviews. So like 382 people, and they all gave it like an average of 9.1. This must be a very nice, good hotel. So yeah, in the end I booked this hotel, of course. And then I saw this, and this made me really scared. I was like there to my dog, like, oh shit, we really need to book. Why? 3 people are looking at this at the moment, and I got really like, oh shit, 3 people, oh man. So yeah, of course, I booked. And Booking.com is really good in these kind of things, because they were killing me with all these kind of persuasion techniques. Look at this. Yeah, I'm not clicking too far. Bam, 10% genius discount. Okay, I felt really good, I'm a genius. Then, okay, free cancellation. Save 29% today. Not tomorrow, but I need to book today. Prices in San Juan have been increasing. Oh shit, I really need to book now. This property has an excellent location, a 9.7. Oh man, okay. Jackpot, you got the best price. So I was really excited to book. And what is this? 3 people, yeah, I already spoke about that. Then another example, like this one. I don't know how I went to this website, but it's an amazing example, because I went there, I didn't do anything, and then I got an email, and they were saying to me, like, dude, 12 hours to go, and then your discount is over. And then you literally see your clock ticking backwards. Sense of urgency. Works fine. Another example, Kim Kardashian. And when she is promoting these famous Premier Shoe Society, I'm sure I will buy them. I think we all know this example, like the toothpaste commercials, that the guy in the white jacket is standing there and he's promoting the Sensodyne. Of course, he's a doctor. When he says like you have to buy it because it's good, you will do it. Another one, very effective technique, and a big chance that you will go into this. Whenever I gave you a present, like a nice pencil, most probably you're going to give me something back. So in this case, people can get a free course when they leave their information. They get a free course, so most probably they're going to give something back. Whenever I go to a bar and I give drinks to my friends, that's a bad example. They never return something back to me. Hey, another example. Whenever I say, okay, download the guide, I get a free marketing guide. Most probably I will do something in return. Yeah. Let's go. I just discussed all the techniques. I hope I didn't go too fast. Whenever you guys have questions, I'm local, so you can always call me and I will pass by and do a better explanation. But let's go over 3 examples, like how we experience often some local companies here.
Yes, so last week I wanted to make an appointment with the CMB, a local bank, or a bank on Aruba. So I went to Google on my laptop and I typed in CMB Aruba. And then the first ad came up, CMB at home. So I was like, okay, let's check it out, because I needed a phone number to call them, of course. And then I came to the online banking page, but I don't need online banking, I just need their phone number. So I checked, and yes, there are some phone numbers over there, but it's not an emergency. I mean, yeah, you can see it as an emergency, but I just want to like make an appointment with the bank. So I clicked on Contact Us, and then I came to this page, CMB Student Banking. I know I look young, but I'm not a student anymore, so...
maybe we have to ask first if someone here from CMB.
Well, that is simply perfect, because then they can solve the solution right away. Yeah, so I'm not a student anymore, so not really relevant to me, and also I couldn't see any phone number. So I scrolled down the page, I found this, also no phone number. So eventually I came to this page, ATM and branch finder. So I was like, okay, let's check it out, maybe there will be a phone number there. So I clicked on it, and then finally I came to this. I was like, okay, just let me select the house over there, because I think that is like the nearest CMB branch to me. And then I clicked on it, and eventually, yes, I found the phone number. But to me, this looks crazy. I mean, I just needed to call them really quickly, and it took me, well, way too long to find their phone number. So this is a good example of how it shouldn't be. And they could have just, or they could just change it by placing a phone number in the corner, even on the online banking page, like contact us, and then the phone number there. So that is an advice to the CMB if they would be here.
They will be.
Next example, the tax office. Everybody has to deal with the tax office. Let's assume I don't speak Dutch. I do speak Dutch, but let's assume I don't. There are a lot of people living on Aruba who don't speak Dutch. And they have to go to the tax office as well. So let's say they find the website and need information about applying for a persoonsnummer, like their their social security number. And they come to the homepage and they're like, yeah, this is really nice, but I don't speak Papiamento and I don't speak Dutch. So normally, like in the left or in the right corner or down at the end of the page, you see an option like Espanol, English, and Dutch. Nothing, nada, only this. So to me that's also disturbing, and yeah, a lot of people will find it difficult to look or to find what they're looking for. Then another example. My parents were visiting me on Aruba, really nice, and I've promised them to book a nice hotel. So I tried the Amsterdam Manor. So I went to their website. This is their homepage. I don't know if there's anybody here from the Amsterdam Manor. Once again, we can talk about this later. So I went to their homepage, and the first thing I see, because I visited a lot of hotels and resource websites for my job, is it's a really nice picture, but what makes Amsterdam Manor so unique? Why should I book at Amsterdam Manor for my parents? It doesn't like say anything about that. And then I want to select the rooms, so I want to select the rooms that my parents are coming to Aruba, which is, it's there, but it's really small. So you can see it, but this is really important. This is like the first thing people will do when they come to their page, or actually the second, because first they look at the images you have. A lot of our clients have like a slideshow or a nice video, drone shots, like that shows the guest or the website visitor why your hotel or resort is unique.
Whatever you guys are more interested in online, yeah, let me know. Thank you guys.